Surely that's not a real tool. Where do you get this out of a crack? He's bought this off Aliexpress. Go on. Sorry.
We've all been there before. Scrolling Aliexpress. I know you've seen some of these things. I know you've seen some of these things before. So I thought, you know what, I'll go ahead and buy them. I've spent maybe £150.
Nice.
Some of this stuff I will actually use anyway and have used.
Definitely won't use it.
Some of this is just absolute junk like this. So let's get into it. Might not be totally bike specific, but they're handy if you're working on bikes. Some of them are bike parts. He's already started here.
I'm going to start with this just because I know what this is. But this is a fuel siphoning tool. A fuel cipher? Cypher's a rap, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
We can rap, by the way. We can do it all. I'm assuming this goes into your tank.
Yep.
That you want the fuel to go in.
Yep.
This goes into your jerry can.
Yep.
And then I'm assuming you maybe pump.
You do.
Which will then start dragging the fuel through this one into that, so you don't have to give it any.
Yeah. And this bit on the top here, just so you know, is to release the vacuum and stop
so then it stops the flow of...
Exactly. I'll put the prices of how much these were as well up here. I was going to do it on my phone, but I'm recording.
And the price of one of these, I mean, it can't be bad to get one of them to avoid having petrol in your mouth.
Exactly. None of this stuff is particularly expensive. This, I think, is the most expensive. And I'll actually use this. So, there we go. It's very simple. Good or bad? Good.
Can you tell me what these are? Because they're annoying me. Because they look like they're nothing.
I can. They are tyre lever guards. So when you're fitting a new tyre, you put these over the rim. So then when you get your tyre levers, which is a bit like this.
You can rest on that and you're not damaging the rim.
Exactly.
I'm going to say it. Good.
I have actually used these, as you can see by this paste. I had to fit a tyre, so I'll put a bit of footage in here. They are pretty good. I do prefer the ones which are rubber on here.
Right, so it's a bit more flex.
Then you can pull them out easier after you've got the tyre fully seated on. Anyway, I wasn't really doing it properly, but yes, for the price.
Makes sense.
Good. Going back to the siphon pump quickly.
Oh my God, why you got two?
Well,
right.
If you like these, if you've had one of these, you'll know they're great, but they do suffer eventually from the pipes splitting. So, upgrade.
Oh my cool God. This is a real pump.
There's all this stuff, everything you see here was from the grand fashion mogul Aliexpress.
Is that an actual pump?
I don't know. Like I said before, we'll show you. What the hell?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think if you turn that on, that'll automatically start sucking.
Oh my God, yeah.
So you don't have to...
This is a battery pump, look.
Yeah.
Wow.
What battery do you put in it though?
Massive old ones. Them ones that used to power the old radios, I think.
So this would go into your pump.
Yeah.
That would go into your tank.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Turn it on.
Yeah, turn it on.
And that'll start the suction.
Yeah.
Turn it off. That's good.
Yeah. Not bad. Other than you have to have batteries, and they are D size.
Surely haven't you got any of them from your RC cars?
No,
Do they not use Circle? No.
No. What do you think my cars are just like kids' toys or something?
Yeah, I do. Generally,
Using bloody D batteries.
No, but
what an insult. Give me that.
No, but I'm just...
This, do you know what? I'm going to say no to that. I'm going to say bad, because these work well and you don't need any batteries for them. But the proof is in the pudding. I'll test it if I find some. Pick the next one.
I'm going for this. What can this be
This
for?
is actually one where I think I'm going to have a genuine purpose for it. Do you know what? I'm not even going to tease you with this because you'll never get it.
This is a carburetor cleaner.
No, it's not. No. But I like your enthusiasm. I can tell your knowledge is getting better already. Isn't it, guys? Let us know. Leave a comment below if you think your knowledge is improving.
Sorry, Matt. I've just been on the site.
So, when I change fork seals on bikes, do you know what the forks are? They hold the front wheel together. I'm sorry. God, I'm so horrible, aren't I? Anyway, you get this pipe and you put it on the top there.
Yeah, all right, okay.
So what you do,
I know.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. You adjust this to the height of where you want the oil to go to.
The height of the air gap is what they call it. That
fork
sits on top of the fork, like that. Your
oil's
oil's down here.
You take it out.
Exactly. You can fill it up to full if you want, and then just suck out, because it will only suck to where you set your oil height to.
That's good.
In it. It's instant, straight away.
That's
it's quick,
good.
It's efficient. I like that, yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick one. No. I'll pick one.
All right.
This is a gasket scraper. You've taken apart your engine or whatever, but you can't get a blade in there.
Is it flat on the bottom then, is it? Oh,
yes.
Like there.
Yes.
Oh,
yes. Yeah. Flat on the bottom here, one beveled edge. We've got the gasket on here. It's a bit stuck. We get this nice big flat surface we can then off the side without causing any damage to the machined surface.
Handy.
Great. Yeah. And that was like super cheap. Yeah. Anyway. I'll pick another one. I pick this. Bearing race remover. I choose you. You know, before I had to stick a screwdriver down the head tube and then knock them out around that way, basically.
But how is that going to help get them out?
So you put that on there. It's then got a thread and a little lip on the end here. So you put that down the head tube. You then turn that up. And it opens that up. It then gives you a big area here to then go in from the bottom of the head tube and hit it straight upwards.
And then that obviously lips clipping onto the...
Exactly, clipping onto the bearing
yeah,
race.
That's good.
And then pulls it out. This will only work if your race has got a lip on the bottom to go onto. The bike that I was doing it on, it did have a lip, but it was very, very, very small. So it would have actually been quite hard to get a screwdriver on there anyway. This did actually, to be fair, when I put it in, I gave it one big hit and that just dislodged it enough where I could then finish it off with a screwdriver.
Yeah.
This was, I think, about 10 quid. And do you know what? If you use it once and it saves it, yes, good. Nice. You'll like this one. Something that I've been having trouble with recently is comfort on bikes. So I bought a seat cover.
Also, can I just say, I like the pit bike video.
Yeah.
Could you not have put the foam on the seat straight?
Oh,
that's so nice. I was really enjoying that video. Like as a fan, I was watching it.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Actually, I'll give you this credit. I put that on. I thought, I'm not going to watch all this fucking mechanicals. I've seen it all before, and I actually watched the whole thing.
Did you?
I thought I'm going to skip to the end to see the pit. And I
the cool bit.
I watched the whole thing because I was just interested.
Ah, see.
But the one thing. But anyway, I
watch that video.
Yeah, go watch it. That feels quite nice, actually.
Doesn't it? This was. I mean, all this stuff is cheap, so I've got to stop saying this really. But so far, quality-wise, yes, I like that. If it saves a bit of comfort, quite like the look of this. That sits over there. This seat actually itself is not bad.
It's really not.
But can we make it the...
No.
Oh, they're held on with little...
Well, that's not ideal.
Plasticky... Okay.
Surely that's got to go under the seat, though, so you're going to have to take the seat off to get it on.
Oh, well, you always have to do things right, don't you? God's sake, there was me just trying to...
What? Bodge it on?
Just trying to bodge it on, and you...
Yeah, well, just remember, you're not the one that's going to be riding it, mate.
You have to tell me.
I'm going to be the one that's riding it, all right?
Oh, Jordan, why didn't you put that on properly? Take the seat off. God, man.
Look at him struggling.
I've got an itchy foot as well. Perfect shape for this.
Surely they're going to get in the way of it, actually.
Don't ruin the vibe.
You think that's now going to clip on there when them strings are going to be in the way? How are you going to clip that down?
Oh, stop being so politically correct.
Yep, I am.
God, you're always so sensible, aren't you?
Yeah.
Jordan, do this.
Do this, Jordan. Do that, Jordan. What's that off? That's on something. Fucking foot soldiers.
Yeah, just let me have a bit of fun. Just let me break the rules. Huh? How about that for a slice of fried...
Go on.
No, I won't do it, I'll crash. It fits well. I'm not uncomfortable. We'll probably leave it on there actually and just try it out, see what happens maybe.
Don't add nothing bad to it, does it, the seat?
No, I don't think so.
No, not at all. Still got the sponge from the under seat, the normal seat.
Yeah.
That just gives a bit more... Yeah,
bit more al dente.
What do I want to open? The things in the packages, this thing, right here.
Okay.
This is like so this is some sort of pipe, I'm going to say.
It is, and I'll tell you what, I'll get rid of that and that because they're the same.
I've seen this before. This is a fucking choke cable. No, it's not.
No, try again.
Brake line.
Well done.
A Fire U Racing brake line.
Fire U Racing.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a separate bit on some of this stuff. That's going to be included in that. So, yes, Chinese brake lines. For what it's worth, I've used them before, and they work well. I wouldn't put them on every application, but for some, great.
I'm going for this straight away because...
Oh, yeah, that's a good one as well.
It's just caught my eye. Maybe it's the colour of it.
Yeah, I'll put the bin down there.
Eye-catching. Yeah, well, just don't worry,
I
all
just
right?
said I'll put the bin down there and you fucking chuck it on there. I'll get you
anything to do with forks?
Yes.
Right.
See, you get in there.
Why would the green bit come off the black bit? So then what does it do once it's clipped
And what does
around
this
the
little
fork?
hooky thing do here?
Obviously got to just take it.
That is a fork seal cleaner.
What, so you put it on and you can put it up and spin it round and it scrapes it all out?
I'm not going to use the fork tool because I don't want to spill oil everywhere it will, but I'll give you an idea of how to use it. Clip that round there, take the dust seal down, you'd then put that up into the oil seal,
like that tool.
Rotate that round, pull it out.
And it makes it easier to get round the back of the fork, because if not, you're bending in.
Trying to get in here with your little hand tooly thing, you know, your little bit of plastic. But this does it in one.
That's very
Scrape
good.
it round, pull it out.
See, I'm not negative on all things, guys.
No,
it's just things.
This is what this is about.
That's handy.
This is sorting the crap from the the good stuff.
Literally.
I tried to think of something cool. Holder thing. So there we go. That's quite nice of them, wasn't it?
I'm going to check my phone in case we've got a bacon and sausage
Oh,
sandwich.
okay. Yeah, for sure. Wow.
You see that through there, guys? You see that motorbike? I'm going to be on that.
People don't need to see my face, they've seen it all before. Oh no, get me. Right, here we go then. Cutting tools. Remember the little Dremel video that we put out recently? Look at that. These are cutting discs that go onto this little bar here. Diamond tipped, so they're for cutting metal. Couple of quid when you need to cut something off really finely, like I use for the cutting the bearings off.
Would you use that for them, would you?
Usually I'd use these smaller discs.
I see.
Yes.
And it comes, what,
Good.
5 in there?
I mean good. Yeah, 5 in there or something.
Just
The world's
chuck that away.
smallest adjustable spanner.
Just chuck that
I can tell by the movement in here.
If you ever use that, I'll be shocked.
Although it makes a nice keyring, and maybe that's what it's for, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
As a keyring, yes. As a... Actually, no. It's I hate metal keyrings, because...
So why have you bought it then?
Bad.
No one forced him to get that, by the way, guys.
moving
That's what Ali does to you, isn't it?
Yeah. Ali
Aliexpress, isn't it? Aliexpress.
Right, moving on to little tools. Look at these, more keyrings. These ones are maybe slightly more handy, though. Screwdrivers. We've got a flathead and we've got a Phillips there as well. Little key rings go onto there. They are metal, so they'll ding about if you put them on your tank. Motorbike keys, I like to just keep it simple.
Yeah.
One key ring or even a tie wrap.
No clacking
For me,
around.
motorbike, no. Bad. You'd have seen these before, probably. If you have not got a set of these little snippy off cutters, just get them. Very sharp, they're very flat.
Sharp.
If you've got the little tail of a tie wrap,
Yeah.
you can get right up to the lock and just. I don't need to explain much more. Good.
Get them.
Yep.
That's a puller.
It is a puller.
I
Yep.
know it is.
What do you know? What type of puller it is? What does it pull?
What does that pull? Chain.
No.
You pull something, hook it over something.
Yep.
Brake lines, stuff like that.
Pull it over, hook it on, let go.
Pull it over, hook it on, let
What
go.
do you need to do that to?
Spring.
Spring puller.
Spring puller.
Yeah, makes sense.
Makes sense.
I'll tell you now, cheap, cheerful, yes.
Cool, it is all, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm all right here. I'm in the shade.
Yeah, you're lovely there, mate.
I work on a lot of carburetors, as you've seen. Watch my other videos. These are jet cleaners, all different sizes that you poke down the hole so you can clean it up, blow it
Handy.
out. Lovely. What's that? A little filey thing?
Little for your nails. Oh, a little weenie. How much were they? Cheap?
Yeah, cheap.
I keep asking that. Everything's
No,
cheap.
everything's
on
cheap.
AliExpress,
Yeah, I know, but I can't explain how cheap some of this stuff was.
Yeah.
I just tend to use cleaner and an air compressor and blow through them. But why not?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
Good. This looked a lot bigger in the photos. It's a funnel. That screws on there. That comes out like that. It depends what you're pouring in there. It looked bigger. Still, I like that bit. For some things, yes, good. If that is to hook onto things, good idea, because that's the hard part.
I did think, what is that crack? Like, broke
Yeah.
like that? Yeah.
Either way, good.
Handy.
I like a funnel, to be honest with you. I don't really use them that often because I'm lazy and end up spilling it and cleaning it up, but you should use them. Right, what else have we got?
Right, I'm putting you down. It's too hot.
Oh, these are a good one. Either way, your bottle of chain lube clips onto here. That goes onto the top. So, lid through there. That clips onto the top of the can in this little circle part. That goes onto the top of that thing on there, and then when you push it down, it then squirts it straight onto the top of your chain where the rollers are. So it might stop the spray from going onto your brake disc, etc. I nearly didn't buy these because I can oil a chain, basically, yeah. I'll test this and we'll get back to that.
Yep.
Like most of these, to be fair. Right, we're nearly there on the tool side. This is quite good. I like this. This is chain oil.
Weird nozzle.
It is a weird nozzle. Come and have a look at this, because you'll like this. Aliexpress chain lube. Who'd have thought?
They literally do everything, don't they?
Yeah, it seems quite thick. But what caught me was this little thing. Look, there's a sprocket on there, and the oil comes from these little holes on the inside of here. So you screw that onto there. You run this sprocket in your chain, basically. You
Yeah,
just keep
I
it
like
there,
that.
keep it there, spin the wheel and squirt. I like the idea of this. We'll see how it works in practice. I like the idea, I like the bottle that much that it was even. Maybe it's worth keeping the bottle afterwards as well.
Or you could just keep refilling it.
Yeah, keep refilling it with your favourite chain lube.
Yeah, your favourite.
What does that do? Ah, that's your on and off as well. Oh my God. Brilliant. What a great bottle.
Great little
Worth
buy.
it for the bottle. We've got one more tool.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a bloody good one as well. Open that up.
Oh God, here we go, guys. What we got in here?
This is going to be one of the most impressive tools you've ever seen.
It's a bold statement. Well, from that wire, I'm saying that's solder. That's got to be in it. It's got to be solder. Fucking
Gotta
isn't
be,
it?
he says. Gotta be.
It is a soldering iron.
He's not. He's not even going to read the box. That's how confident he is that it's a soldering iron.
Well, it's got to be some sort of safety wire twister. Yeah,
Should we give it a try?
But how are you meant to... What?
I honestly have no idea. But, you know safety wire? I put it around the grips sometimes.
Yeah,
and lock it up to
yeah.
stop the grips from moving around, yeah? So this is an automatic wire twister.
Oh, that's got to be something to do with it. Maybe
Well.
that... There we go, look.
So, where do we go through then?
A. Like, A, it says you've got to thread something over the wire.
Well, for example, if we just... we might be well overthinking this. If that goes onto there, and then that nips under there. Look at this. Well simple, yeah. Well simple. So the pliers...
They hold it.
The pliers themselves lock into place on here. So you close the... You nip whatever you've got, you then close the arm up, and it nips up in this little silver tab down here. That just keeps the handle closed. So you've got your wire wrapped around your grip, or the application that you're going to use it for. When you then pull this part here, look, and it spins it for you.
And that gives it a tight...
Give it a look at that on my finger. I'm going to cut my finger off. But look at that.
I'll definitely stop there.
Maybe 10 or 15 quid. Good.
It says ABS.
Yeah.
Anti-brake system. Anti-brake system.
Well, that is it.
Is that ABS?
Apparently so. Yeah, sensors. You've got forget all that. Forget Bosch technology. Forget braking technology. Forget Brembo. All you've got is that ABS.
Where does it attach to though?
This goes between the caliper and your lever, basically.
What, on the wire?
Yep, on the hose, on the brake hose.
Yeah. But how would that work as ABS?
Exactly. I really don't know how this is going to work. I can only assume that there's some sort of valve in here, regulating valve.
All right.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I would, for what, it goes without saying that some stuff, Chinese, is okay, but ABS brake systems, I will test them out, but I would never, ever, ever in my life fit this to a bike and wish to live. This is apparently ABS. We'll see how that works in a later video, but there we go.
That'll be getting tested on a field, not on a road.
Yeah.
That is, I don't like the look of that, if I'm honest with you. Admittedly, I don't really understand how an ABS normally works, so... But when I first looked at that and that said ABS, there's no way in my mind that, oh yeah, that's ABS.
Yeah. ABS is a complicated feat of engineering, and this isn't.
So this, guys...
Yeah, get out.
You want to help?
Rip it off, yeah, why not?
All right then. But Willie. Right, got one. Right, guys, so what we've got here is a throttle lever.
A throttle tube.
A throttle tube,
Assembly.
and it is a Domino.
I'd call them Domino myself.
Domino. What did I call them?
Domino.
Domino.
But that does sound more Italian. Yeah, they are an expensive Italian brand, and this is a Chinese rip-off version of it.
Oh, I see, like the Electrons.
Exactly.
Domino
Watch
is
that video.
Domino's an actual brand?
Yes. Yeah.
How can they print that on
I have
there?
no idea. And packaging as well. And they've even done
There's
it
some cheeky little boys, aren't they?
They're half Italian as well, like the proper stuff would
I can read Italian.
Yeah.
Ghira rapida, bianca, rapidin, white. I'm just saying it with an Italian accent.
Yeah. And inside there, like the proper Domino ones or Domino ones, they come with different cam adjusters. What these do,
they'll do different
things. It'll give you
tensions.
different yes, exactly. It'll give you a different feeling on how quickly or slowly it opens the throttle up. So yeah, the proper ones have these, and I'm guessing the proper ones are well over 100 quid. This was super, super, super cheap,
You've got
obviously.
the Italian on it.
Yeah, Italian flag on there. They do pull and push, look, two throttle cables, so one for your pull, one for your push, and it's got 2 holes in the bottom there. For this, do you know what? I want to say 5 quid, 6 quid, maybe, something like that. For that, I'd probably put them on my road/track bike. They're not going to be as nice feel as OEM, I'm sure, but I haven't tested it yet. But do you know what? Yes, good. I'll give you a tide of these type of things.
Well, I've actually just saw, it's a rubber cover shoe protector. How? What?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So your foot will be... That's quite good.
Someone's wearing a trainer on their bike, right?
Get off a bike.
They're wearing a trainer, and they put that on their gear shifter, so when the trainer hits the bottom of the foot peg, it doesn't damage the trainer.
So how about... I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
If you're getting this to save your trainers, jog on. And if you ride a bike, any bike, 50cc, 1000cc, and you wear trainers, you should have your licence revoked. For real bike, but that's what I mean. It's got to be, you're not really going to damage your boots.
No.
Because they're made for it.
Exactly.
So this,
yeah.
no. You dress for the ride, not for the look.
Not for the slide.
Not for the
That
slide.
would have been cooler if you said that.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not that cool.
Further to all that, I
You're
don't
lucky
think
I didn't just hold that.
I don't think it'll fit anything anyway.
Oh God, it just don't.
That is not going to go on there. Let's move on to something just as useless.
All right. We're on to them sort of things now, aren't we? They are not shrink wrap grips. Not shrink wrap grips.
These.
That is absolute. This is going to be a grip for a bike and it's shrink wrap.
Yeah.
No. Terrible.
I was going to do more on them, all right.
No, you're not. I can't believe you'd buy them. Considering how cheap grips are. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, but do you know what? I like these.
These little socks.
The only thing I'm worried about these is the material and if it will rip.
Oh, okay.
If you prefer a thicker grip, like I probably do to be fair, because if I ride for this too long, especially if I work with wheelbarrows or something, my hands cramp up.
Yeah,
and it probably would be the same with a motorbike because of that. I think they could be quite good. Jordan's not so keen on them.
Yeah.
But again, we'll get them on a bike properly.
And try them out.
They've actually got a bit of use. They give you extra foam, so it'll be comfier. This is literally like a bit of tissue. Do you know what?
We've got to try them out. That's part of the video. We've got to test them.
I'm telling you now, if he bought these with my money, and it weren't his money, these would be getting chucked in the bin. Worst thing I've ever seen in my life, and they need to be seriously hulled. This, for whatever it is, hulled. Don't need that, dog shit. It's not a fucking grip, is it? What's that for? What's that for?
They are a grip. No?
Nah.
Brake levers. Braking.
What, so these are covers for a brake lever? I'm getting more and more angry the more we open these fucking presents.
I've seen these on there for years, and I always thought they were shit.
Gone.
We'll try them out.
He can try them.
They're going to look good.
Just too big.
Aha.
But I'm just saying,
This should be universal.
things on this bike are big though.
All right, well, let's try some of the other bikes.
True. If they don't fit on 3 bikes, you're not fitting on any, are you?
Exactly.
You think, that's never dog shit. Dog shit. Never, ever, ever, ever going to fit over there. I mean, no. Because even if you take that, no. Fail. Fail. Don't buy them. Pointless.
Yeah.
Waste of money. Michael. It started off so well. Now I'm just getting angry.
Look at this. This is sponsored.
Oh, right. Oh, God, here we bloody go. Wait, is this for Callum, you said?
He can have it once I've finished, only because it's got Monster on it.
I'm assuming some sort of fuel pipe or some pipe goes through here.
No.
No?
We're on the same, still on the same.
Gear shifter.
Yeah.
Gear shifter cover.
Simply slip over shifter. Protect your shoes from shifter damage. Monster
Shoes
Energy.
again. Should be shoes. Should be boots. This is better than that orange thing.
Yeah.
Because it looks cleaner and it's still going to give you the... But again, I mean, I just don't know what to say because I just feel like if your boots are getting worn from shifting up, you need some new boots. And like, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but if you're wearing trainers on a bike, you shouldn't be on a bike. Listen to him, he's so health and safety. He's so health and... Here I am. Okay, no. Side stand. So it holds the side stand
up.
Okay, yeah, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Don't mind that at all.
This is mainly on motocross bikes. Lock that round so when you're going over
Well,
jumps.
when you're riding,
it doesn't then bounce about. Do you know what? Couple of quid, yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. I sort of want to stop reading the things. 'Cause I want to guess. I mean, from what we've been opening recently, this is a fucking brake lever. That would be where your brake lever is, and that'll be where your handlebar is.
Yep.
But why would you need to keep it shut?
Yes. It's
if
a
you're
lot.
working on it?
Apparently so. You don't want it to roll down a hill or something?
Put it in first gear,
yeah,
sorry.
exactly. So we'll see if it works, but there's the answer to that. Ultimate Safety Device 2025.
Just imagine you're coming to nick a bike.
I don't think, no, I'll stop talking shit. I don't think this is sold as a safety device.
Good.
It's sold to stop your bike from rolling. That goes over there, and that goes over there. I mean, I can tell you it's pulling the brake on, so, yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I just don't understand why you would ever need it.
But yeah, it works for what it is.
Yeah,
so there
exactly.
we go. Should we actually have something good to change it up? Because this is actually really relevant to us as well.
Tape.
Oh, it just seems like gaffer tape.
That is gaffer tape. It's duct tape, isn't it? Black cloth, adhesive tape, cushion repair. Okay, very handy.
This is a leather seat sofa leak repair, leather wear resistant repair tape colour 1. As it happens, the Hogger seat has got a rip in it. So we'll try that in a second.
Little handy tip that is if you ever need to get tape and you're working on a bike.
We'll just unhook this freshly applied seat cover.
As you can see, there is a little split in the seat.
Can you hold that? Oh, fucking...
Look at him panicking.
It's a big bit of tape for a small tear. You kind of have to have these creases on here. Oh man, I'm creasing.
That's crease funny.
Yeah, that's crease. It's so funny. Do you know what?
Adheres quite quickly.
It does adhere quite well.
And it'll only get stronger.
Yeah, I think so. The more heat, yeah. And we'll cover it up with that. You'd never tell. You'd never tell, would you?
So
this is a real funny one, and one which I believe, to be honest, straight away I'm going to chuck away. I've never understood the need for any of this technology on motorbikes.
I'm nervous.
Do you know what this is?
Stainless steel, comfortable and easy to install motorcycle throttle tie lock, enhanced control motorcycle.
Basically, cruise control.
Cruise control from this and ABS from that dog shit thing.
Yeah.
Be careful when you buy stuff off Aliexpress.
Isn't it crazy that you can buy something that locks your throttle on?
Quite nice if you're more of a dual carriageway rider.
Yeah.
You know, just put it
I don't know.
60 and then so you're not.
But then what happens if, like, fuck me, a car's broke in front of me?
Yeah, but well, that's the thing. How dodgy is it? Because obviously, cruise control, when you brake, it stops.
Well, that ain't gonna.
That's not going to do that, is it?
No, not at all.
Or is it?
No.
No.
Look at it. That's it.
God, yeah. What am I on about?
Yeah.
No. I don't want to chuck it because it's metal, but
yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I don't understand cruise control on motorbikes anyway. But maybe I'm just not that guy. Do not trust your life with an AliExpress cruise control throttle.
That is a what's it called?
A one-way ticket to death. I hardly even want to know how to learn how to use this.
I don't even think we should waste our time doing it.
Any device that you lock onto your throttle is a bloody terrible idea, and for that reason,
I'm out.
Another cruise control one.
So much better this one is.
So that sits around there. These are quite big grips. It then just gives you like a palm rest. It's just like an aid, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you know what? Not terrible. Yeah, not terrible. It might help on certain applications. I'm not a fan of it because it's a bit in the way.
No, I personally think it's pointless.
If you need to like readjust your throttle grip, which you should do if you're riding a bike, then you can't really because that's in the way. So
that's a fucking.
What's the brand, please?
That is a Posh Racing Project, and it is a scooter motorcycle bike kickstand. Oh, that's where you stick. That's a base, and you kickstands in there.
Yeah.
That's quite cool.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. Thin some of them up there.
Yeah, a bit sinky.
So exactly, sinky.
Yeah.
Especially if you're on like dirt or whatever.
Yeah.
And it will sink, especially if you've got a heavy bike as well. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
In there, I think that. See them little things, brilliant.
All right, fair enough. We'll try that out.
What do I have to undo all these?
Or enough where it just slides on. Universal fits all, but will it actually fit anything?
It's not gonna.
Not gonna hold on. No.
No, you can't. Oh, no. But that is a weird shape footstand thing, though.
Maybe that is. That looks too fat to fit.
Too fat?
Yeah, there we go. So, yeah.
Universal meant to fit all. Doesn't fit two of our bikes that we've got here.
Yeah.
Got one more bike here. We'll try. Oh.
Yeah.
That looked
like a good fit.
Missing two screws.
I hope you guys appreciate all this work we're putting in to test these out. This very important bit of machinery here.
Right. Do you know what? It works. It's just a little bit of faff to get it on. So we're not going to put it on now.
Okay.
I'm calling it.
Do you know what I'm going to say?
Go on.
I'm going to say it doesn't work. If it doesn't fit two of our bikes and it isn't easy to put on the third one.
And I don't think even when we've got them purple things, there's going to be that much nip up to actually hold the stand.
Yeah.
So it's a good idea.
Yeah. Thought that was a hog starting up by itself.
Fucking hell. Good idea. Not as universal as they say, basically, I don't think.
Good idea, but badly executed.
Yeah.
I got it just because it looked dog shit.
There we go, we tried it.
We tried, and it failed. This is a good one.
He says.
One I'm going to have to test later on to give you the full effect.
Because you got it here. That's not a horn. That's not a fucking horn noiser.
Snail horn control unit with 25 tones, air horn music controller tool. I don't know what you can have, but I know it controls your horse.
Do you know what? I hate it, but I'm excited to see what they are.
Yeah, we'll have to get back to that, but I'm expecting big things from this. I think that'll be the bargain of the year.
I might want one.
This thing.
So, okay, guys, we've got this.
You just call them gay guys.
This has got these little hook things on the end with a bit of fabric in the middle. So maybe they're forks again?
Oh, he's on there.
Why would you need right between forks?
He's got it. It's clicked, guys.
I saw that, but what do you mean, just to pull the bike around?
Exactly. Yeah. If your bike's stuck in a bog or whatever,
right,
and you can't get hold of the handlebars.
Fucking hell, I will need this on the hog because that's a heavy old boy. Like,
what do you think? Looks quite. Think it looks quite like.
I think it looks quite tatty.
Do you? I've got to tie wrap it on. Yeah, but I think it looks like a little bit punky.
Do you know what? I wouldn't have it on.
No.
What I would do is just keep it in the back box.
Oh, okay.
Just in case.
Yeah, all right, yeah,
I mean, even having it on, it doesn't change the look of the bike too much. It's just me.
This says to me like I'm a rocker and I don't care.
Yeah. Could actually thread my guitar neck through there.
See? Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Right, we're getting there now. This thing.
Fuel injector.
So we've got this fuel injector here.
Is it actually a fuel injector?
Yeah.
No, it ain't. You're lying.
We've got this.
You're lying.
We've got this fuel
Yeah.
injector here with these cables.
Yeah, you prick.
This
You really upset me with stuff like that.
I'm sorry.
So I thought, hang on, it is.
Yeah, I'm being mean again. If you've been on Aliexpress on bikes, you'll know what this is. Supposedly supposed to make your clutch pull easier to pull. Quite expensive. We'll see. General idea, I think it looks terrible, but we will. The test will tell. Of tension. This is the last bit that we've got. Look at this.
Adeline.
Good pronunciation.
Thank you.
Right.
Is that a throttle cable? Brake cable? Is that a brake reservoir? Master cylinder?
Hey, he got there, man. He got there. This is a radial master cylinder with reach adjustment.
I see.
Bleed nipple. Inlet. Lovely.
That's quite cool.
It is. It comes with its own reservoir as well.
Yeah, that's
which goes
clean.
on there. A bracket that goes onto the mirror holder, so that holds it on here.
Yeah, like the colourway as well.
This is a 15mm size, but you can get them in various sizes from 14mm up to 19mm, I believe. I have used various numbers of these. I forget the model. I think it's a PX1. You can get a slightly more expensive one as well. These work well.
Is that another rip-off though?
No, Adeline is its own brand.
Okay.
So, the rip-off ones, you can get a Brembo copy of these, which have got Brembo written on them. Do not go for them ones, because they suck. The Adeline branded ones, with the Adeline sticker on here, yes, they work very, very well.
How much will one of them set you back?
These were about £50, but the equivalent Brembo, if you were to get it, would be £250
right.
probably. We fit these to most of our bikes, to be honest. I already have, but for the donkey...
That's what I need for donkey.
Donkey, this would be...
buy one.
What I'll do, though, I'm going to do maybe a separate video on a full Chinese braking system. So from master cylinder, hose, fittings, brake caliper, pads, of which...
Also...
Go on.
3D printed
Oh, yeah.
headlight holder, look.
Yeah.
EA Bikes Hog.
They're a bit ugly on the top because I didn't put any supports on, but...
No.
There we go. It works, and it passed MOT.
He's a 3D printer, guys, if you need any things printed.
There'll be a video on that. 3D prints and 3D printers and bikes.
And stuff.
Who would have thought, or something along them lines.
Look how cool you look.
But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed the AliExpress testing / review.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, it could have been. The general overview of these things.
Bye, guys. Go on, you're on.
The general overview of these AliExpress.
Bye, guys. I'm joking.
Some is good, but the majority of it is bad. So use your head, use your common sense.
Bye, guys.